And today I want to cover how to buy property in Turkey. Hi everyone, Justin Mays here with you from our Istanbul office. And today I want to cover how to buy property in Turkey. We've talked a lot about what you need to know, the things that you should look out for, but let's fast forward a bit and assume that we've gotten to that process and we're ready to pull the trigger on buying a new home here in Turkey. So number one, again, we're going to assume that we've done the visitations and we've done all of our research and we're ready to go. The first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to make a reservation. These reservations typically are $1,000 US, but some of them can request up to 5%. Now, that's going to depend, of course, on the discount that was received, what your payment agreements are, etc. But this reservation form will clearly outline the payment schedule. Did you agree on cash? Did you agree on a payment structure? This is going to be clearly visible. It's also going to list the unit number. It's going to tell you the floor that it's on, the company you're buying it from, your personal information. Please, please, please double check it and recheck it again to make sure that this information is correct. This is a legal binding document here in Turkey. What you also need to know is that you have 14 days from the time you sign that reservation form to take your deposit back in full, okay? No questions asked, 14 days by law. So that's the most important step. That's number one. Number two, what do we do after we've made the reservation? Well, there's going to be a couple of things that happen in between. So if you're applying for the citizenship by investment process, or you're applying for residency, or it's just a holiday home, we need to have an evaluation done. This evaluation takes 3 to 4 days. There is an expense on it. Guys, please note that this cost is typically between 2,000 and 2,500 Turkish lira. It's not charged in dollar. It's not 10,000 lira. It's not 15,000 lira. It's not 5,000 lira. It's between 2,000 and 2,500 Turkish lira. The evaluation is done. We get the report back. We see what the home appraised for. Then and only then, after your attorney has reviewed it, the agency has reviewed it, then you should make the payment. Now, there's new rules in Turkey as far as how this payment must be structured. That money must be placed into the bank in US dollars. You must receive a conversion report from the central bank saying that they have switched it from US dollars to Turkish lira. Then and only then can the transfer be made from that particular bank that we've opened for you. Then can it be transferred to the seller. This is important. This is actually very important as it is a part of the new citizenship process. So please know that. Please question it. Please make sure everyone that you're working with is doing the same thing so you don't get a situation where you get through, you sign your title deed, you get everything, and then you can't apply for citizenship, okay? So number three, after that's done, you make the payment in full. Now, if you're here in Turkey, you can be a part of the process. You will need a translator with you as you sign for the title deed. If you're not a Turkish native and you do not speak Turkish, you must have a translator. Those fees will be on you, just so we're clear. That is a part that goes directly to the translator that the notary office has provided. They will translate the entire information of that document so you clearly understand the purchase, what you're buying, and what the contract states. From there, if you're here, you'll sign it. If you've given a power of attorney to your attorney, then they will sign it on your behalf. From that point forward, you are the legal homeowner of that property. Okay? You'll get a title deed. It'll show you all of the details. That's the reason that it was important to check all of that information from the very beginning, because most of that paperwork just continues to follow until it finds its way onto the title deed registry's office desk. So, again, that's got to be your due diligence there. I'm going to check it. The other agencies are going to check it. But mistakes do happen, and the best defense is a good offense. So we have to keep checking it and make sure that it's good to go. I've harped on it. You understand? Check it. All right. So what I want to do is tell you how things work from a prime property Turkey perspective. We have an in-house attorney here. We're going to walk you from the very beginning to the very end of the stage. So if you're looking for citizenship by investment, if you're looking for residency, if you're looking for a student visa, whatever it is, we can help you here. I'll put you in contact with our attorney. We'll set up a group, ask the questions, know the information, because the most important process is making sure that your documentation is in line. And the sooner you can have that documentation in line, the sooner you can receive your title deed and your citizenship. So let's just briefly go through, what do you need? What are the basic things that you need for documentation? Passport copies, photos, birth certificates, marriage certificates if you're married, birth certificates of the children under the age of 18, name change petitions. Any of this information that may lead back to who you are, who you were, you changed countries of residence, etc. So it's important to have all of this in line. Now, what we do here is I introduce our attorney very early in the process. Because, I don't know how many times I'm contacted and says, Justin, I need citizenship as soon as possible. My son turns 18 in 4 months. Okay, if he turns 18 in 4 months, we've got a lot of work to do very, very, very quickly. So let's get in front of it. Let's get the documentation done, and let's get that wrapped up. So we, again, involve you very early in the process. Okay, so ask those questions, know what documents you need to have, make sure that the documents you have been notarized and apostilled correctly, make sure that the translations are accurate, make sure the attorney is involved early on in the process. But, this does a couple of things for you as well. Just really quickly, getting the attorney involved early, seeing their communication, seeing how quick they respond, seeing how helpful they are and how knowledgeable they are very early on in the process. That way you can make a decision, should you work with them or should you find your own attorney? Because, look, attorneys come in different shapes, sizes, colors, languages, etc. So you have to find the one that's going to be the best for you, because this is something that's very important. More than likely, they're going to have a POA, a power of attorney, where they can actually make legal decisions on your behalf. So you must have that trust factor. You must know that they have the knowledge. Now, let's reverse it back to the POA. The POA, it is a document, the power of attorney, that gives the attorney certain authorities on your behalf. Couple of things that we will never do and you should never allow to happen. Absolutely no general power of attorney, okay? Everything should be specific to what it is you need done. Please, 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 no selling authorization unless you have the relationship with the attorney, you have the relationship with the agency, and you want them to be able to sell the home on your behalf. This is important. Please, no selling authority on the POA. We will have purchase authority. Why? So we can sign the title deed. We'll have the ability to represent you in court should we rent the property for you. We'll have property management. We'll have utility hookup, the ability for a tax inquiry so we can help you pay your property taxes. These are the things that should be covered. Filing your residency, filing your citizenship. Those are the things that should be covered on the POA, nothing else. If you come across a situation where the attorney's trying to slip in a selling authorization or some kind of general authorization, some kind of banking authorization, please walk away or get a second opinion from another attorney. If you're already working with another attorney, we'll be happy to give you an opinion for free. We're not going to charge you for this because this is very important, especially if you're not going to be here every day. So again, double check, know what's in the POA, protect yourself. That's the most important thing. Now, I want to wrap this up because, when it drags on, it gets a little difficult for a lot of folks. So what I'm going to tell you, next week, we're covering the Turkish Citizenship by Investment Program. All right? Stay tuned. We're going to walk you through those steps, tell you what you need to know, tell you the rules, tell you the regulations, keep you up to date on the recent changes so you can make sure that you're following along with the latest guidance from the Turkish government. All right, guys, take care.